As Jamal Bryant, the one and only, as he sits there in shock over what Roland just said, um, I want to sort of reiterate something I think is really important. I think that Black independent thought is extremely important, and I'm not against joining organizations. I think the problem for Black people in organizations, I'm sure white people have the same issue in certain areas, is that there are so many organizations that are afraid to be Black first. There's so many organizations, even the NAACP, they seem to sort of have this kumbaya, we're here to help everybody kind of mindset. And I think I would trust these organizations more if they were relentlessly and unconditionally committed to the advancement of Black people. If they just said, look, this is who we represent. We don't care if you're Democrat or Republican or whatever. We want to make sure Black people win. And so again, not to tell anybody what their politics should be, but one of the reasons I really was intrigued and I wanted to support Ice Cube when years ago when he did his contract with Black America is that that's what we agreed on. When I talked to him, he had been one of my favorite rappers when I was a teenager, but that was all I knew about the guy. But I spoke to him and I said, and I listened to him talk, and what I loved about it was I said, okay, he really just he doesn't care about political affiliation. It doesn't have to happen in any particular way, as long as the quality of life of Black people is improved. And that was where we were in alignment. It was like, oh, this is okay. This makes sense. I'd love to help you. What can I do? Right. And so I'm not saying that there are no organizations out there like that, but there's so many scenarios where they say, okay, you can be Black as long as you vote for this person, or you can be Black as long as you come, buy this product. You can be Black as long as you fulfill this agenda and you do it exactly this particular way. And so the manipulation is problematic. And so I think that the ability to do discernment and your due diligence is extremely important. So as you commit yourself to an organization, I would encourage you to make sure that the organization is committed to you. This is how the ultimate organization you should be committed to, first and foremost, should be you and your family. Period. That's paramount. And so when you go out and you decide you want to join another organization, whether it's a political party, an activist group, a fraternity or sorority, a corporation, that's fine. Just know this though, they're going to ask for an investment from you. They're going to ask you to allocate something to the mission of the collective. Does that make sense? Right. And when you allocate, see, remember economics and wealth. This is a wealth conversation. I want you to understand the wealth connection here. Economics and wealth is all about the allocation of scarce resources. It is about how do you take something that has a finite supply and pick and choose where to put it. Like, think about this. And think about time. Time is a scarce resource. We only got 24 hours in a day. So you got your whole day. It's a Sunday. You got this day in front of you. And one person over here saying, okay, we want you to come down to the church and we want you to come and spend time helping us to, develop the building fund. And then you got this other person saying, hey, we need you to come to the march and the rally to support the blah, 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 blah. And then somebody else saying, hey, we need you to come to work to help the corporation to make more money. You then are kind of the CEO and the manager of these resources, right? And you are deciding you're doing economic optimization. You're investing in different areas. Do you understand? Do you understand how that's investing? You do understand that, right? You do understand that when you're allocating your time and your energy and your attention, you're making an investment. You do understand that, right? Let me know you understand this because I don't want you to think this class is all about money.